let's start with some bootstrappers. So wide enough stance to get the hips down, keep the chest up, and then lift the tailbone up, straighten out those legs. You can also shift the hips side to side, stretch out the low back a little bit at the top of that. Good, and one more. Good, leave the legs straightened out and walk the hands side to side. And you can reach out in front a little bit. Stretch out the hamstrings. Good, and hands out in front. We'll walk them forward into more of a down dog position. And we'll pedal one heel deeper into the floor. And step up one foot. We're gonna this time rotate chest away from the forward leg. Put both palms down, press it back again, step it up, and keep that one palm down and rotate chest away. And back. Good. Go ahead and even that out. And then once you step back into down dog, we'll come forward into plank and push the hips back to heels. And then back into down dog and push the hips back. Go for 5 there. And we'll do a little lift, reach the opposite foot, come forward and switch. Good. Couple more on each. Okay, so for the warm-up, we'll start down on the ground. We're gonna do 5 single leg glute bridge to lift. So what you're gonna do is cross one leg over the other. So you're kind of creating that little triangle. We're gonna do a glute bridge, dragging that single heel into the floor. And then when your hips come back down, we're gonna lift that leg in towards the chest. So bridge, and then leg lift using kind of your lower abs. So stay on one side for 5. And then 5 on the other. Then we'll flip it over, knee drive to kick back. So you're actually going to bring your knee across your chest. So tall plank position, really think about rotation. So knee coming towards the outside of the elbow, and then we're going to kick kind of back and up, and then stay on that side, rotate through, and then kick back and up. Again, we'll stay on one side for 5, and then 5 to the other. Then we'll come up, feet are about shoulder width apart. We're gonna load into the squat position, keep the chest up, and we're gonna pulse 10 times for squats, and then 10 hop-ins. So we're back into plank position. Try to keep the hips level. You're gonna hop the feet in, so knees come right under the hips, and then hop it back out, keeping the abs tight. For 10. All right, let's go 2 rounds. All right. So some lower body power. I'm gonna start on one side, single arm clean from the ground into that single arm squat. So just like the bootstrappers, where you're keeping your chest up, squatting down, that's how you're gonna grab the bell with one hand. So hips down, chest up, we're gonna pull the belt up using that momentum and then catch it at the shoulder and then add the squat, trying to work with range of motion, still keeping the chest up, try to get hips in line with the knees. And then you'll release all the way back down each time, keeping that chest up to go into the clean. So 5 one side, 5 the other, and then we'll go sumo deadlift for 10. So if you want to go heavier, use 2 bells by all means. Just take that nice wide stance, toes pointing out, hips go back stays flat, pushing through the heels, and bring the hips all the way forward at the top. So 10 there, and then 10 deadlift, clean to press. So here we're just using the 1 bell. Feet are now about hip width apart. We're going to sink the hips back, keeping the back flat as you stand up. We'll clean the bell up, lock out those abs, and then we're going to drive the bell straight up overhead, release to go back into the deadlift, clean to press straight up.
Hey, Margaux, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So I've been going to PT for my golfer's elbow. And when I was talking about lifting weights above the head, they're talking about the way it constricts some muscles in your neck because my arm was kind of getting numb. Is there a more proper way to lift overhead without aggravating that?
Totally. So what you want to think about is like you want to use your larger muscle groups, so like your lats, and try to stay out of your shoulder and neck. So there's a big part of that is, so when you're here at the belt, a lot of the times we start with the shoulders in the lift process, but in reality, you want to really, when I talk about locking out your abs, that's helping to engage and keep your rib cage kind of over the hips. So I'm engaging my core and leading from the ground up to drive straight up, rather than first lifting with the shoulders and then bringing the bell overhead.
Okay, that makes sense, I think. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just anytime too, like any of like the swings and things like that, it's all kind of, you're sort of trying to use more of those larger group core back muscles rather than trap city, which I usually have anyway. Okay, so yeah, let me know if any of that helps or doesn't. And then same thing for that clean, right? So if you're here, a lot of that energy transfer, you're pushing through the floor to bring that bell up without really using the shoulder. You want to be utilizing more of your body's momentum. And that's why we keep the elbow tucked, so we stay out of that shrugging motion of the shoulder.
Cool, thank you.
All right, yeah. So let's do 3 rounds here. We'll start with the 5 per side. This is full range of motion from the ground up. Good, try to keep that chest up. Nice, 3 rounds, guys. Nice. Good. Okay. So we have a fun little mixed bag here. So we're gonna start, you're gonna start in plank position. You can kind of keep your feet sort of wide. So we're gonna start in plank. Again, make sure like your shoulder blades are pulled down towards your hips. We're gonna engage the abs, gonna push back, so bringing hips to heels. And this is where I'm loading in. I'm gonna push forward and hop up and land into a squat. Get my chest up, get my hands off the ground. That's the top position, hands back down, and then push back and hop up to squat. So we're gonna do 5 of those, and then 5 per side of a dead swing. So with that bell out in front, give yourself some space. Your hips are gonna be low, but again, I'm keeping my chest up just like I'm hiking a football. I'm gonna pull, swing, pop the hips forward, and then leave it back out in front. Remember, engaging that posterior chain and those lats. So 5 per side there, and then we're gonna do a glute bridge to ceiling stomp. So you don't need the kettlebell. Both heels are gonna dig into the floor, so get those hips up as high as you can for the bridge. Then we're gonna lower the hips to the ground. And here we're gonna do a ceiling stomp, but I want you to think about control. So really trying to drive the hips up, controlling them up, and then back down. So once your feet come up off the floor, we're gonna lift, maybe a little pause at the bottom, and then control back down. Glute bridge into the ceiling stomp. So I like to keep my hands by my side for a little bit of a stabilization there. So 10 there, and then we'll be up for 5 for high knees to sprawl. So 4 knees, 2 per side. Yeah, we're utilizing the abs, staying tall in the torso. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just hop it into your plank or sprawl, and then come right back up. 5 times there. Then go over to one side of your space. You're going to hit 10 mountain climbers, 10 total, so 5 per side. So in that plank position, driving the knees forward for 10. And then I'm going to situate myself in sort of that quadruped position. So getting my hips over my knees, and then I'm going to do a lateral bear crawl. Keeping my hips low, try not to elevate through the tailbone. So keeping the abs tight, back flat. And then when you make it to the other side, you'll do 10 more mountain climbers, and then bear crawl all the way back. So just one lap on that, just to get some good core stabilization and shoulder work in. Okay, guys. All right, well, let's go. We're gonna start the push back to squat. Here we go. Nice, get the hips low. Good, nice work, guys. Nice, you guys, just about halfway. Nice, guys, just under 5 minutes. Nice job, 3 minutes. Good, 90 seconds. Nice, you guys, last 45, keep going. Good, 20 seconds. Nice, you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, thanks.
Bye.